This is a story of a sweet little girl named Lisa. Do you remember Lisa from our last story? She was known as sad, moody, and lonely child who would always prefer to sit in the corner of a room full of people. You could tell by the look in her face that she was not able to express herself about her discomfort, about her feelings, which made her look disconnected and unsure of herself. Her head was spinning with questions like, would I ever be accepted by others as who I am? Would I ever be loved? Would I ever be good enough? She was so unsure of the answers that she would just stay quiet. In her own head, it was noisy, but nobody outside that knew anything about it. She would ask questions and she would answer them all by herself and try to make peace with her thoughts. Lisa was a kind girl. She liked to help others. So she started building her lifestyle on her strengths. She would go out of her way to help others. And for that, she was appreciated and loved. On one hand, she was fulfilled. On the other hand, it boosted her self esteem and confidence. She knew she could do anything when she puts her heart and mind into it. As years passed by, Lisa was now a beautiful young woman. As Lisa was stepping into the real world now, she was excited about the new opportunities in this world and the realm of possibilities. She was looking forward to explore new avenues, traveling the world, meeting new people, something she loved always. Her thoughts were going wild with excitement. How about having a fresh start? A brand new Lisa with no strings attached to her past. Lisa thought being born again was not really a far fetched idea after all. Sky was the limit, and Lisa was ready to take off to the new horizons. But as life often teaches us, and now it was Lisa's turn to learn. It's not always that straightforward. Lisa was still young, 18 years old, but her mental faculties were much mature than all the others around her. It is because of the life she had lived, and she started fighting her battles long before she was even born. Not only fighting, she was winning on many fronts: sports, arts, academics, even relationships. She had it all: brain, beauty, and charm. But life, as it always does, had a twist in store for her. As we know, she had a perception of herself as unwanted since before she was born. And it's not that she didn't ask for help, she needed help. Lisa did try to seek help, she really did. But every time she opened up, her feelings were pushed aside. Adults told her she was just being dramatic. Children make up stories for attention, they said, And Lisa, she was supposedly just one of them. Each time she felt unheard and alone, the shadow from her past grew stronger. On those not so good days, it would overpower her, wrapping her in darkness so thick she couldn't see her way out. But Lisa was smart. She knew her weaknesses. She had learned to silence that shadow before it swallowed her whole. Still deep down, all she truly longed for was something simple, a shoulder to cry on, someone who wouldn't question her, someone who wouldn't dismiss her pain, and someone who wouldn't tell her what to do. Just listen. That was all she was asking for. We all do that. When we are most miserable, we want to bring in something positive in our life. When we are negative, we cannot bring in the positive in our life. That's what happened when Lisa was the most fragile, when her heart was tired and her soul was worn, when her shadow had it all, and Shadow was going to win no matter what. He appeared. He swept her off her feet like magic. Lisa was so ready to be loved, to be seen, to be held. She caved in completely. She fell in love, or at least she thought she did. The pain gone. The thorn that had lived in her heart for years vanished. She finally felt accepted, just as she was. Everything changed in the blink of an eye. But sometimes, when we are drowning in misery, we mistake danger for safety. Lisa's shadow, which haunted her all her life, pulled in the energy she never deserved. He came wrapped in charm and comfort, offering the very thing she yearned for all her life. That was acceptance. She mistook it for love. But what she stepped into was not a fairy tale. It was a slow, suffocating descent into a life of emotional and psychological abuse. Still, Lisa held on. She believed, like many fighters do, that kindness could heal all the wounds, that love could transform even the cruelest hearts. But not everything can be changed. Not everyone wants to be saved, and not every battle is meant to be fought alone. By the time she realized this, the scars had gone too deep. The damage was done. The little girl who once tried to earn love by being more than enough grew into a woman who lost herself trying to fix what was never to be fixed. No, we can't go back and rewrite Lisa's story, but we can learn from it. We can teach our daughters, our son, ourselves that self worth does not come from outside, that love is not proven by pain, that red flags should never be repainted with hope. Let Lisa's story be more than just a memory. Let it be a mirror, a warning, a lesson, and above all, a light that guides others away from the darkness she once walked all alone.